This video is a social project to identify prejudice at the dining services here at Georgia Tech.
There are many observations that demonstrate marginalization or discrimination here at Georgia Tech. However you label it, there is a need for change. Nonetheless, there are some incidents at Tech when the prejudice that occurs is not so apparent but subtle. These prejudices or otherness usually occur at the Starbucks in the G. Wayne Clough Learning Commons.
We went to the two Starbucks on campus, the one in the Clough building and then at Tech Square. We did this in order to compare and contrast the service at the two. The employees at Tech Square were of opposite races, but at the Starbucks in Clough, the employees were African American females. Here at Tech Square, the service was great. We were greeted with courtesy and hospitality as seen here, including smiling faces and joyful welcomes. Whereas at the Starbucks in the Clough building, we were greeted with unwelcoming faces and mere stares. Also, as we made our orders, we were inquired why we ordered such things and that they were not good items to purchase. We didn't observe the employees' interactions with other customers. Unfortunately, we were unable to capture this moment, so in counting back to the previous experience, what struck us as surprising and unusual was that when greeting customers of different ethnic groups, the employees' personalities became ecstatic and there were more welcoming gestures. We wondered what made us subjected to such prejudice. Then we came to the realization that most of the African American workers are groundkeepers, janitors, and cooks here at Georgia Tech. With that in mind, maybe it's a form of jealousy that these particular workers had against us. Not only that, but it's been made aware that many African Americans project this sort of attitude towards white because they are, quote, superior, end quote. This is represented by Georgia Tech being a predominantly white institution.
As African American women, and our short time here spent on campus, we are aware that we are treated differently or with less respect than other students and staff of different ethnicity groups. With the situation at hand, we want to alleviate this problem by providing suggestions for our school to implement.
In order to implement these suggestions, we interviewed students to get their intake of this particular situation. This student in particular did not experience any prejudice within the dining services. However, he did mention a friend of Asian ethnicity who did. His friend's experience was very peculiar due to the fact that instead of being a customer subjected to prejudice, he was an employee. He stated that his friend encountered prejudice when customers would ask for another employee of a different race instead of his. This student experienced prejudice at the subway on campus. While in line, there were a group of Caucasian females in front of her. As the females in front of her were placing their orders, the African American female employees were courteous and well-mannered when greeting and welcoming them. Instead, when our African American interviewee was placing her order, the employees asked her rudely what she wanted and were preparing her meal disorderly. She began to feel uncomfortable, so she walked away flabbergasted by the whole situation. With everything that's been observed and noticed, a recommendation to alleviate this problem would be to implement more diverse workplaces and thorough training among all ethnic groups. One training technique is for the employees to be trained to greet and respect their customers despite their ethnicity. Also making the campus more diverse itself. This can help employees and customers become accustomed and used to those of other ethnic groups. With this being a major issue, this can cause students to feel uncomfortable and out of place. Students should be able to order an item off a menu without being upheld to such prejudice. That includes employees as well who have fallen under these circumstances. We continue to remember this experience and wonder if it's because we are academically talented, not to mention those who have experienced prejudice also, and what were their actions during the situation. Based on more accounts, we can fabricate more recommendations for our institute to diminish the complexity of this situation. This concludes our presentation. Thanks for watching.